Yeah, Twiz, you understand me? Uh, Peace to brother Twiz, you understand? Peace to you. You know, I have I tried my best. Peace to my sister Chanel. Y'all in the building, and y'all in the building for real in here, man. Y'all really in the building for real. You know, we try to make it a situation where, you know, they told us for a long time we needed black representation, right? That was the same for a long time. Black representation because we got no people that look like us in these high places. Man, these fake half Negroes and 3/4 Negroes and yeah, all these black faces or black looking people, it's just not really hitting like it's supposed to hit. You got Tim Scott looking like a the major jigaboo. Um, you got all of these weird folks, and and while you got sexy red, got Kamala Harris playing sexy red, and this is supposed to be there we go, the hostess with the mostest in the building. This is supposed to be
Dr.
supposedly a
Short.
movement that
Yeah.
that that has everything going on our behalf. It's a bunch of bullshit.
What's a
I,
movement on our behalf?
these black faces in high places, black
No,
looking folks.
they're traitors. We're the only people in the world that celebrate traitors. We're the only people that do this. That's why we're in the jacked up position that we're in. And I'm not trying to compare us to anybody, but damn, the Palestinians in the crazy position that they're in right now, there are people who won't back down speaking up for the Palestinians. If we were in the same place, I can assure you all the people that we look up to and celebrate would be justifying our extermination.
Mm,
Facts.
mm,
Facts.
That's it's our fault as black people. As long as traitors, as enemies of your own kind, get to have all the positions, that's a choice. Do you realize white people would have no choice but to deal with people like us if we got behind people that were legitimate?
right.
We don't do that. Okay. Martin Luther King had more support when he was talking coon shit than when he started talking black. That's when they hung him out to dry. When
Mm,
Malcolm started talking black, that's when you hung him out to dry. When
mm,
Medgar Evers really started getting black, you hung him out to dry. Whenever anybody stands up like a real man in our community, he's hung out to dry. And I'm going to just say this to you. We got to talk about this. Black American men constitute the largest group of people with dicks that are pussies in the world. Russians
Mm.
mm.
fight for Russia. Chinese fight for China. These illegals fight for stuff in the wrong. Yet a black man can be murdered in front of you by cops and folks won't do anything. Oh, look at this person. I just love these. Uh, there's always a sick person. Anybody asking about sex, especially a man, has to be a deviant. So I'm going to block this pedophile. Yeah, I answered the question, pedophile. I hate pedophiles. How about that? Go away, pedophile. Bye, pedophile. Yes, I did. You're a pedophile. Pedophiles should face capital punishment. We would
Mm,
solve a lot of problems if pedophiles were dealt with.
mm.
Yeah, I answered his question. As far as I don't, I don't, I don't have to respect some degenerate punk, right? So if a pedophile comes on here, I don't have to respect you. You molest children in other countries, you'd be found dead somewhere, buried in a hole. I'm not advocating that, but you know what? I wouldn't be crying if that was the outcome.
Mm.
So no, I don't answer questions. I don't sit up asking people. Uh, Chef, you talk to me. Do I sit up and ask you what do you do? What's your body count? I don't talk to people like that. Only a deviant person does stuff like that. Only a person that's into kitty porn. So
Right.
anybody running around constantly talking about people's personal lives is a deviant. And so I don't respect deviant people. I'm a Christian. Deviant people are all going to spend eternity in hell. They're going to burn up like a charcoal briquette without kerosene.
Mm.
Or, or so I have no respect, and you won't get any. There's a billion other people with platforms. Take your disease, AIDS ridden ass somewhere and drop dead on their watch. Okay. And in fact, Pride Month can't come too soon for me. The illegals that you guys have brought in, because you think that's 12 million people that you can get with, it's gonna be. Let me tell you, Pride Month is gonna be bloody. I, and by the way, I'm not talking about putting my hands on the soul, nor have I suggested that anybody put their hands on the soul. But y'all remember you heard this on Pat Talk. A lot of these people from other countries that are psychos or countries that have not been taught to respect flagrant deviancy, it is not seen as a bad thing to kill someone who is sexually out of order in a lot of these countries in the world. That is a fact. So, I hope that dude, when he's trying to screw some illegal up against a dumpster, that he comes with his life.
Mm. Come on.
Right. Yeah, I'm supposed to be angry. I like we're angry black men, and you look like you got an African name. You'd be angry. You should be angry too. Nobody in Africa should be asking us about anger. That y'all got all those riches and such, and you guys are in countries that are minerally rich but economically exploited. The fact that you're not angry and that you need to ask me a question, you need prayer.
Come on. Talk that talk, brother.
I'm sorry about that. That was me. Sorry about that.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Listen, it is. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I gotta figure out what's happening with my brother Q. I can't get brother Q. I sent you the email, brother, from On There Next. Go ahead and tap in, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It has been a while, okay, but we are
Yes.
back for the conversation. And brother Short hit me a
Mhm.
week ago, as you all know. It's been a week since we've been typing, getting it busy. But he hit me with this subject last week. He said, "Listen, Chef, I want to touch on this raggedy, man-hating woman's march that's supposed to be going on
Yeah.
uh in the near future." And I said, "Okay, brother. I mean, well, what's happening?" He said, "Well, it's an old colleague of his. He know how raggedy this chick is and the bullshit that she's on." And brother Short, look, check it out. Check this out, the thumbnail. This looks like the chick right here. I'm kind of putting a little circle around her. This looks like the chick right here in that thumbnail. This looks like her. The picture of the chick you sent me, the one I'm going around.
The one that looks like the actor from Lifetime. Remember the one that played the gay man? And when they're going to let him go, he ran so he gets shot because he didn't want to be without a totally male world. What's that actor's name?
Hold on.
You know which
Oh,
actor I'm talking about. She looks just like him. I got a, you, hold on. Nobody's on this phone here. Let me just pull that person's name up. I just realized which actor she looks like. She looks like, I mean, and I knew her, and I tried. I want everybody to know that for these women's groups, um, unlike other people, I actually worked with this group for years,
mm, okay.
gratis for years. And if you were to get Sister Shira on, and you can reach out to her, Chef C, um, I got, I must have gotten no fewer than 50 women across this country
Mm,
to want to work to volunteer for the Million Woman March all over the country. And this lady that looks like a man, tranny looking woman, dogged out every woman I got. I was trying to think what's going on here. Okay, just to let you know, I didn't go and say, I'm a man, I've got big balls, I'm in charge, you women do it. I said, no, my thing is, if I can help these sisters that are sincere about dealing with helping out Black women's issues, human trafficking, eugenics, unfair pay in the jobs in which a lot of black men are concentrated in, homelessness, then yes, I'll go all out because as a man, I care about what happens to women. Don't have to be laid up with them. I like for women to be happy. It's beautiful when you travel and you meet women and they're happy and they got a smile on their face and they're pleasant versus America where you feel like you're on the scene of like a thriller video reunion when you deal with a lot of these sisters. I mean, God. I mean, even the people in Thriller seem to be happier. Or Dawn of the Dead, look on a lot of these ladies' faces. Um, yes,
Right.
I don't give two damns about how offended people are about how I describe this. So my thought is instead of being angry, what can I do to empower as a man and help these women pay it forward, play it forward? So that's how I got involved. And I'm just telling you, it was a horrible experience. And what ultimately ended, uh, what I learned towards the end is that this is a big man hating witchcraft cabal. I'm
Mm,
just telling you what's true. And I got accused of stealing thousands of dollars from a broke organization.
mm.
No evidence, and this was disseminated all over the country that I stole thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars from these black women. And my effort to say, hey, look, leader, if you want to see where I got the money from, I'll show you. Their response was no. But still, in other words, you're a black man. None of y'all is shit. I say you robbed me, you stole from me. And that's what I'm going to tell everybody. This was after years of helping them.
Well, you know what, brother Dr. Short? I'm gonna tell you, man, this is the onslaught of just a bunch of nonsense here.
It's
Um,
bullshit. I I didn't say anything in the last march. I deliberately didn't say anything for the last march because I said, you know what? Nobody's going to say he didn't want black women to have a successful March reunion, that I'm against women having a good time. I'm so sick of the gaslighting bullshit of the goddamn pork chop feminists where everything is what men want to do wrong
mm,
to women. It's never, hey, maybe we support women, right? And so I said, you know what? If the march doesn't succeed, this Negress is going to say, I sabotaged it,
right.
even though they sabotaged it. So let me not say, not even talk to anyone about being treated badly, being defamed, being lied, being slandered, being libeled. Let me just be quiet. That way, nobody can say, see, there was a black man that didn't want black women to get it together. The shit failed. And this time, it's round two. I don't owe anybody anything. I don't want to owe anybody. And I'm going to piss all over this one. In fact, a lot of black men need to start pissing on a lot of feminist shit because it has nothing to do with black women. And I can say to you, I know what it's like to be with the head of this million man hating woman march shit up at the United Nations Chapel in New York. And one of the women that I'm sitting there listening to talks about being the first lesbian counseling group that works with crystals.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
A black woman, lesbian counseling group using crystals, basically witchcraft.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. This is what I'm sitting at the UN for some black lesbians that are into busting up relationships, that are into witchcraft and crystals and incense and sage. This is what this shit is? The answer is yes. It doesn't have a goddamn thing to do with housing, with money, with healthcare, with dealing with disparities. They'll talk that shit if they have a radio show, but there's no platform. It's all about the fact that the men had a march, so we women can have a march too. My thing is, the men's march accomplished very little. Why would the women want to have a march that accomplished less? How does that make any sense?
Right.
And why does it have to be separate? Why is it that these bull stud lesbian type broads need to divide black folks into a race that is black women, they're in one race, and black men are in another? They're doing this Democratic Party bullshit. It's wrong. It's evil. It's traitorous. We should curse it, denounce it, fight against it, and yes, kick these holes in the ass. I have no respect. I'm not going to do it. I put in the years of showing respect and trying to build something, and all I saw was a bunch of bullshit. And not only that, all the while you're dogging all the men. You mess over and screw over all the women too. To the point where when I was working with it, all the women kept coming to me. And let me tell you something, when you work with, and I'm going to call it black bitch groups, bitches. When you work in their group, the women are insecure. Their attitude is that men just want to take everything women have. Okay. And yet they're the ones that have pushed the trans movement, that had all these weak men in women's sports and in women's restroom and women's changing rooms and women's prisons. That's the goddamn women's movement that has all these men in the women's spaces, not any men's movement. Let us remember that. Let us remember that it's the women that feminize the boys. This is all y'all shit that we've been told we can't touch, and we're so insensitive. So with all y'all goddamn maternal instinct, and y'all have made a fucking wreck of our whole community and our people, right? That's just what's happened. It's across the board. It's a complete disaster. Matriarchy is toxic. Now, having said that, you join these organizations, and for the most part, the women, this is something that women lie about. All women lie about. Women lie about the fact that a lot of them are happy being women. No, you're not. You've been trained to admire and to want what men have. And you can't make it happen, but you try to massage and get things to accommodate this crazy, stupid, utopian, or not less utopian bullshit that you want. As a result, there's a fear of being dominated by men or whatever it is. So when they have these organizations, the women don't like if you work with them for any kind. If the man isn't the most sensitive, kind, support, the very shit that they don't want to do for a man, that's what they expect of men in their organizations. And if you ever get involved with these women's organizations, you'll find out a significant amount of their money and all comes from men that just want women to be happy.
Right.
But those hoes can't advertise that because their thing isn't about bringing men and women together. Their thing is about justifying women being separate, annoying Amazon assholes, strange, alienated from men and children. This is what they're doing. And it needs to be said exactly like I'm saying. If it hurts your feelings, go to hell. Let me say this to you. Any kind of man that joins organization, let me just say this to you. Not all women are completely on this lesbian, feminist, pork chop orbit, which means that they see a man that has character, dignity, integrity, and leadership ability. What do? They gravitate to the man. In fact, there are a lot of women that do not, has nothing to do with this man. They do not trust women in leadership. They don't respect women leadership. They don't want to be bothered with women leading things. By the way, when you're in these bullshit bitch organizations, the women blame you as a man being subordinate to women for women that are in higher positions in the group coming to you when you're just there. I've had one come and complain, well, they just came to you because you're a man. Well, fuck. What am I supposed to do? Yank my dick off? So you can, so, you know, I didn't make her come and seek me out. I'm over here doing something in the background to help out. You holds her up front with no opposition from me.
Mm.
And one of the women that you say you respect so much, she doesn't respect you. She comes and has a conversation with me. I wasn't, and I'm not trying to take your organization. What was I supposed to do? Not speak to her because she's a woman and I'm a man? Then she'll think I'm gay. So
Mm.
hell, so I spoke to her because I was trained you're polite to people. Number two, of course I'm a man. I'm right. So if she sees that, what these women don't want women to respect or have any regard for men.
Come on.
So there's always a tension that someone male will come along, and the women who are smart know that your leadership for the people around the world is primarily male. I don't give a damn about if you were raised by a hoe with 50 kids by 50 different men.
Mm.
Men run the world, they always have. And we shouldn't be sorry for it provided they're doing the right thing. And we
Right.
can't have these real ass conversations because it's goddamn feminism. Okay. And no, Harriet Tubman wasn't more significant than Frederick Douglass. And there are a whole bunch of black people. What's his name? Smalls, Robert Smalls. There are a whole bunch of black abolitionists way, way bigger than Harriet Tubman. But
Mm.
we love Harriet Tubman because you know what? Black American men don't have a problem with black women being great. It's a lot of black American women have problems with black men being black men. That's the real conversation we need to have. And that's
Let
at the
him
start.
cook.
And
Let him.
frankly, Frederick Douglass is better looking in the face than Harriet Tubman. I mean, among the men things. And it's interesting how white women always get the ugliest, homeliest black women
Cook
and put
now.
them up front as your leadership, black women. But anyway, black these women's organizations, they get mad if any woman comes and talks to you. You want to take over. You're doing this, you're doing that. It's like, damn, I'm spoke to them. But still, so you even spoke to them. In other words, supposed to run, oh, don't talk to you, talk to her. So I spent like a year trying to force these women in this goddamn million woman group to talk to the bitch that was in charge. Please don't call me. She's going to think I'm plotting to take her damn organization. I don't want her damn organization. I would like for it to succeed. You know, this woman called over and over and over again, and I would keep trying to direct them again. Talk to fucking Filet. Stop calling me.
Mm.
Talk to the woman in charge. She's the head. And you know, she said, you really don't recognize me. Fuck, nigga, I keep telling people to call you. I can't do any more than that. All these supposedly independent women that did, why did y'all fucking talk to each other? I'm just helping. And I'll tell you something, it became most annoying. The ladies would get mad because I do everything. They would ask me a question. It's almost like a trick. And if you said anything that wasn't exactly what she said, then this is a little bitch game. Or they run back and tell her, oh, well, he said something different. And because you're male and you said something different, you were trying to pull down woman leadership. And so I got to the point where I'd make certain I knew exactly what she would say. When someone would ask me a question, I would say exactly what the woman said. Well, that's the same thing she said. I says, and it's her organization.
Mm.
And so then certain ones would stop calling. But what they wanted to do is try to blame you for whatever it is, anything you said that didn't match what she said. They didn't like what she was saying, but they wouldn't say as a woman, I got titties and I got a pussy too. I disagree. Instead, a man disagreed with you. What says to me, you mean you don't stand on your principle, woman, when you disagree with another woman? You need to interject because there's so much hatred against black men. You need to interject that a black man said it. That way, you can still be in relationship with her, although you hate her, and y'all can come and hate me, and you can hate through my maleness, fight each other. Do you realize how crazy that shit is? And this is how they are.
But they
This
believe
is
that shit, Dr. Short.
there's
They
not
really believe
one
that shit.
very successful black female organization that really does stuff for black women, not even the goddamn sororities. You show me
Mm.
someplace where black
Hold
women
on, hold
are
on,
all
hold
of them,
on,
all of them,
hold the
all of
hell
them.
on.
Human trafficking, infant mortality, you name something that hurts black women disproportionately that these society bitches have solved.
Mm.
Not a fucking thing. Not a one.
Well,
Who are the people
hold
that
on, brother Short. Brother Short, let's not go too far. Let me give you what you need. Let's drive that home. Society, the society Jones, right? Y'all, I'm gonna share the screen. Check this out. Now I know y'all been following some of the fuckery. Okay. So we're gonna pull it up for you. Now, again, this was over last week sometime. Yes, Miss Ski Wee. You know, this raggedy heifer. She had a little soiree at her house and invited these HBCUs.
she went to the White House.
They
Wait, are we
supposedly
sure that she's not trafficking these girls because their sororities have trafficked
that's
women in the past?
Sure,
hey,
they
come
sure,
on.
Hmm.
but they
Of
traffic
course.
women on the campuses to the male fraternities.
Let's
That's
play the
part of what they do. It's
hold on,
trafficking
family.
women.
Let's
Come on.
play the track. Let's play the track. And shout out to DW. DW said that forehead, that damn forehead though is
Man,
hitting different.
that's a
It is a
crystal ball
different
She
right
got that
viewpoint.
there.
Somalian. She got that
That's a
Somalian.
that's
So
a crystal ball
let's
But
right
play
but
the
there. That's
but
track,
like let
she's
me
family.
not a
look into the
Somali.
future. Hey, that's
She
like a let me look into the future. You know what I'm saying?
Let's play the
that
track.
woman looks like an autistic Koopy doll. But I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell you
that's a
what's wrong with
five
her
head.
is that
Hold on, brother
she got
Short.
her
Don't go there
weave
yet.
out of
Don't
a
go there yet.
coin.
Hold on,
Her
hold on.
weave out of a coin
Ho-
machine at a Chinese beauty supply place, and it's made her hair fall out.
Hold on. Don't go there yet. Let's go to this real quick. Now, again, this is supposed to be the lady who's ushering, this new breed of phenomenal women, phenomenally, all of this bullshit. But this is what they're playing at the VP's house.
Y'all, I'm at the VP house. They playing Sexy Red.
That's the ski week crowd, all right.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
Ah,
they're
ski week
singing
Yo,
crowd,
there
about,
all
wasn't
right.
no fights. There was no
but they're
cheers and liquor thrown.
no, they were singing
Gee
about
Wasn't no
whiz.
eating a
ratchetness.
man's,
Yeah, wasn't no
singing about
ratchetness.
eating, singing about eating a man's rectum. I mean,
mm, mm,
that's black women in places of power.
mm.
It's disrespectful.
That's well,
Oh
no,
shit, that's
but
Fanny.
there's nothing respectable about Fannie Willis or Kamala Harris or Lori
Hmm.
Lightfoot or any of these people. In
Well,
fact, to hell with Women's History Month. In fact, if this is what we get, we don't need a damn Women's History Month. We need a Family History Month. We need
mm.
a father and motherhood history month.
Dr. Short, you know they trying to get rid of Father's Day. They trying to get rid of Father's Day and making
They
it.
already
They want
got
to call
rid
it
of it.
Appreciation Day. They call
They
it
already
Appreciation Day.
they already got rid of Father's Day. In fact,
They
and
already did that
most
because of the baby mothers.
the reason that they got rid of Father's Day, and I'm gonna just tell you, it's men's fault. Black men, I'm sorry, as long as we act like women with dicks, it's
Mm,
our fault.
mm.
It's a crime to me that black men haven't come together to demand reform in terms of family law courts in this country. And it's the same way there's some black athlete who a white woman sucked his dick when he was a minor, which means she's guilty of pedophilia. I saw this up, and all these black men were ridiculing the man for coming forward, talking about being the victim of pedophilia. I said, that's amazing. Had that been a white woman whose pussy got ate by a black man, they would have all been against that man. But you know what? Black men, I'm sorry, we're the bitches in the community. We have no
Mm.
empathy, no brotherhood, no solidarity with each other around things that are important. So there were all these black men on here attacking dude for exposing this white woman that was grooming all these black guys, screwing all these underage black guys in his basketball team. You would never have a black man do that to white girls on the swim team, or man, they'd hang that black dude if it was 50 years ago. This white, and they're telling this dude he did it 3 times, it was his fault. No, because black men don't have any common laws or customs that we respect amongst each other. We do not. And that's part of why our women are out of line. We haven't created a superstructure that they have to respect. And it's a sad day that we have to get a passport and a ticket and get women raised by another group of men that will respect us. That's in part our failure. Mexican women who sell their bodies to come to this country by the tens of thousands never trash Mexican men. The little rape trees where the men screw even the 2 and 3 year old girls, yes, they do. All over the southwestern United States, you do not see Spanish speaking women trashing Latino men. You don't. And you know what? If a Latino woman were to trash Latino men collectively would deal with her. If a black woman comes and trashes black men collectively, most black men look at her bust, look at her ass, and no matter what damage she's doing, if they think that they could somehow slide into her vagina, no matter how many people have been there, it's worth it. To hell with what she does to her own kids or other black men. Because most black men are godless people. They worship their dicks. And that's what they're saying to this guy who's molested. It's that if that woman dipped on your dick, even if you were 10 years old or 12 years old, that was good for you, and that should happen. And it's interesting. No black woman could suck a white boy's dick and get supported by black men, black women, or anybody. But a white woman molesting a black man, since it's a dick and an orifice, it has to be a good thing. As long as we're morally and ethically bankrupt as men, we become the fuel and the engine of these man-hating bull moose studs out here.
Dr. Short, can I get in on this one?
Go ahead.
Okay. One thing for sure, two things. Hey, first, everybody, what's up, peoples? What's up, Chef? You know what I mean? What's up, Lone Wolf, Brother Wolf?
What it is
Dr.
with you?
Short,
What
I
it
had to
is?
go get me some libation when you came in the room, man. So that was my reason for my absence. You know, I had to get the libation. But one thing for sure, two things for certain. Me, I'm pro-black man. You know, I'm pro-black man for the simple fact, as my dad always told me, you never judge a man until you're ready to walk a mile in his shoes. And one thing for sure, two things for certain, Dr. Short, you're my peers, you know, so men from your era, they always told me on how times used to be and how hard they had it. You know what I'm saying? And they used to always tell me, don't never squander your opportunities, never pass up education. You know what I'm saying? And God bless the child. God bless the child that has his own. They always told me that. They told me that for the simple fact, as us being black men, we are the number one target. We are the number one people that's have to deal with racism on a daily day basis, and we are the only human beings that's in the United States Constitution that says we are 3/4 of a man. You know what I mean? There's no other human being, Mexican, Latino, Hispanic, Mexican, Latino, Asian, no other human being on this planet other than a black man that's in the United States Constitution that's labeled as 3/4 of a man. So whenever they want to try to say America, whenever they say Americans ain't racism, the only thing you got to do is point to the Constitution, to the 13th Amendment. I forgot which article that states it, but that 13th Amendment says that we are not to own property, we are not to own land. To a certain degree, we couldn't get married. We were the number one cattle. You know what I mean? And to a certain degree, we are still going through this psychologically, because I remember as me being a young man growing up, listening to men like you, the peers like you, Dr. Short, trying to find a job was just like trying to find a good woman. You know what I'm saying? It was impossible. You know, some men had to revert to other means to try to finance their ways and finance their family and take care of their family. And during that process of that, we got caught up in the system, the Ronald Reagan drug system, the Joe Biden crime bill. We got caught up in that, just trying to provide. And because of that, we got labeled as no good men, no good ass fathers, absent fathers, and all that. And the only thing we were just trying to do was trying to provide. So I just want to say that black men, we have it the hardest and we suffered the most. But do we cry on people's shoulders? No. Do we cry for attention?
But
No. Do we look for?
should
Hold on. Let me
we
finish.
should
Let me
do
finish. Let
that.
me finish, Doc.
There's
Let me
nothing
finish, Doc.
wrong with doing that.
But as a man, who's going to feel sorry for us? Nobody. You know what I mean? We
But
have
we
to find
should.
it. We have to find it amongst each other, and that's
Right.
what I do. I give love out to my brothers, especially young men that I see going through what I've been through, and I let them know, hold your head up, brother, because that used to be me. A lot of men from my community look at me as a role model, but they fail to realize my past and my sufferings. How you talk about how a white woman molested these little boys. My sixth grade teacher tried to kidnap me. My sixth grade teacher called CPS because we were poor and I was dirty. She called them and had me put in the fucking boys' home, and she tried her best to have me come live with her. Thank God that the men, the counselors in the boys' home saw what was going on, and they kept telling me to say no, say no. That's what saved me. So I experienced this shit. I'm 100% experienced. This ain't shit that you read in a book. This ain't no documentary or nothing. I experienced this shit, so I know for certain. But one thing for sure, as us being men, who care about us? Nobody. Who gives a fuck about us? Nobody. So we have to love each other. We have to find it around ourselves, because if we don't love each other, who will? That's just as the saying goes. What Dr. Clark say, when you look into that mirror and if you don't see nothing friendly staring at you, you don't have no friends. So if I look at another black man and if I don't see a brother, I don't have no brother. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say this about us black men. We need to, I'm use me an example. I was denied a lot of knowledge. We were shadowed on a lot of our history because I didn't know shit about Black history. You know what I'm saying? By me being from West Oakland, I had to have a sit down by my dad to teach me about the Black Panthers because they didn't teach us this shit in school. You know what I mean? They didn't teach us Malcolm X in school. They didn't teach us a lot of Black Wall Street, none of this shit in school. You had to learn this on your own. You know what I'm saying? And as us being black men, and as me being a black man, I teach all the young dudes they pass. I teach all the young dudes, tell them, trace your lineage and hold your head up high. Oh, the fuck these white people. You are not no slave. You don't come from monkeys. You are the original man, the only man, and the first man. I teach them all that. You know what I'm saying? Because each one teach one is steel sharp and steel. And I'm precious metal. You know what I mean? I come from this earth. You know? I'm pro-black man. I love all my brothers. I do everything I can to help this brother. Chef C will tell you, ever since I've been in these spaces, I've been giving my all to help my brothers. Niggas I don't know, niggas I never even laid eyes on. But I give because I've been there. You know what I mean? It's hard out here. The moment we all step out our door, it's a possibility we don't make it home. But fucking scared man can't win, so I'm gonna go get it. You know what I'm saying? I love all my
Absolutely.
brothers. I love you, Dr. Short. I love
Thank you.
Brother Long Wolf. I love I love Chef C. I love Brother Negro. I love us all because we are black men in the fight. And I got my brother's backs 100%. I don't care if you a Pookie, a Ray Ray, a fucking Uncle Tom, a clean shaven coon. I don't give a fuck. If I see you fighting, I got your back because I'm a black man. And that's the code that I was raised upon. You don't never, if you see another black man engaging, you don't never stand by and watch. If you see another black man and you out amongst the mud people, you acknowledge that black man. What's up, brother? You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. That's the code I was raised by. So some people say we don't have a code. And in the words of Dr. Claude Anderson, we have a code. We just don't have accountability. You know, we don't make people suffer for their coolness. We don't make people suffer for going off the rail, and we don't make people suffer for thinking the grass is green on the other side, dealing with the Neanderthals. I think we need to I ain't gonna say I think, I really feel that we really need to start holding people accountable. Even me, if I fuck up, if I get off code, if I do some fake shit, man, y'all check me. Call me, hey, Twizzle, you need to sit down. Check me, because, hey, I'm not perfect, and I'm not always right. But still sharp and steel, and every man in here is sharp, articulate, and has experience that could motherfucking write a motherfucking history book that'll have Game of Thrones and George R. Martin jealous. You know what I'm saying? For real. I need y'all, and I know y'all need me. So I'm here for my brothers. For every black man that's in here watching, listening, I'm here. You got me. You got a fighter in Oakland, California that got y'all back. Just as long as y'all down for the fight. If y'all looking for love, y'all go there, y'all stay there. If y'all want to mess with them, y'all stay there. But until we win our reparations, this fight ain't over with. In the words of Napoleon, we may win this battle, we may win that battle. But until the war is won, we got shit to celebrate about or have a sit down about. I drop my mic, man, and I love my brothers, man.
And Chef C, I want to just do an announcement. This is Pat Talk 15, or I think it's 15.
Brother,
And I want every
14, I believe. We got a lot
14.
under our belt here, but we doing good. Got that.
Look,
Yeah.
I want everybody to share this, to like this. You know, they took my Twitter channel away. I was reaching like thousands and thousands of people. They really didn't like the fact that we were playing the algorithm, and I want to bring everybody and remind everybody that people need to like, share, subscribe, uh, talk this up, solicit, tell other people about this channel and other channels that are for real. I want to bring to everyone's attention that I have an alternate YouTube channel, which is Dr. Randy Short ABM1, DRRANDYSHORT ABM1. I need 50 subscribers so we can start streaming on that too. It's very important that people subscribe to the Dr. Randy Short ABM1 on YouTube. That way, we will have a total of 4 YouTubes pushing. It's harder for them to play games when you have multiple people pushing it. That's how we're reaching more people. So, all of you, don't feel bad. You can subscribe to another channel. I've got multiple, subscribe to all of them. A lot of the content will be the same, sometimes it'll be different. And I also want to say to everybody listening, and all of our conversations, other than the show I did with Q, we've said very little about what's been happening in the Middle East. And when this is not going to be a platform where we focus on other people, no matter what's going on. Okay. Anybody want to know how I feel about what's going on in the Middle East? They can go to Let's Talk To. There's a long program, made it very clear. I don't want anybody hurting anybody else, but don't choose to bring a discussion. I don't have to pick sides between different people. I like justice and peace. I don't want nobody getting killed. And at the same time, folks are going to fight. They would fight before I was born. They'll be fighting when I'm dead. Um, I'm, of course, against genocide. All of us are. And therefore, if you're coming with an agenda, but y'all got marches and organizations and lobbies to advocate your cause, go to them. We're not crashing anybody's website. We're not going, we're not bothering the people at CARE. We're not bothering the ADL. We're not bothering anybody's website or group. We're talking amongst ourselves. And if you do come into my space, I will block you from this channel. You want to be a spy on or fly on the wall? Go ahead and listen. But if you come in with any kind of stupidity, sexuality confusion, you think that you're entitled to Black Americans being mercenaries for whatever fight you have with another group of people, which basically hate our guts too. We don't have time for you, your struggle, your cause. Okay. And it's not, do I care? Yeah, but how much you care about me? How much alcohol and dope and loose cigarettes and porn and filth do your stores, both groups, sell in my neighborhood? How many of you discriminate? How many of you have racial terms that you use to describe us? So we can't win for certain people's conflicts.
Let him cook.
Both sides don't like us. Both sides have nasty words to describe us. When the people come to America, they discriminate and kill and mistreat and segregate against
Let him
us.
cook now.
Therefore, as bad as I feel about things, I know tomorrow, if everybody were brought to this country from various places where they were fighting, I can assure you that they would be cruel, hostile, and unkind to Black Americans as part of their American dream, and their passage into America is to hate our guts. So in light of the fact that I don't see a lot of people that want to, not only Do I not want you to carry my cross? I don't want you throwing rocks at me as I carry my Black American cross in America. So part of how you can help my Black struggle is to keep your problems to yourself, to keep your fights to yourself, keep your angst to yourself, because when we hurt, you don't care. And I'm talking about all the different types of people. And I don't care color, yellow, black, or white. It's irrelevant in my sight. Okay. If you're not for me, I'm not against you, but I got to take care of me and us.
Mm.
That's just a public service announcement. So if you think that you can come up and hear and do that, I block you. We have more people paying attention to us than what we bargained for. So we don't need you. You don't contribute to the platform. We don't like you, and you hate us anyway. So I'm all too happy to block you. And as for all the persons who have multiple STDs because of your lifestyle, well, I just hope you don't have Crohn's disease, among the many other things that you have. Having said that, let's get back to Pet Talk. And all of you that want to support us, you can. If you want to donate to my platform, I'm Dr. Randy Short on Cash App. I'm W. Randy Short at gmail.com on PayPal and on Zelle. And so if you want to do that, you can do that. If you want to email me and talk to me offline, you're free to. Please don't try it. I don't need the attention. I did stand up comedy. You will really get embarrassed, and you just have no idea that because I take things seriously, I decided I refuse to go into comedy. I would make you look incredibly stupid, and I'm really good at it. It comes. I mean, my mother doesn't like it. My ability to come back on people. So
I like it. I
please,
like it when you do it, Dr. Short. I like it when
please,
you do it.
please, please go. I don't want to be nasty to people. My
Sometimes
background.
they need it though, Dr. Short.
Well,
A lot of people need tough love. They need
then
that tough
damn it,
love. And they
then
need to
damn
be
it, go
talked to
get
like
it.
a man. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
And
damn it,
I
go
encourage
get
you
it.
to do it. I
So
encourage you to do it,
please,
man.
please take it somewhere else. Take it somewhere else. And I want to also say this for illegals. Please don't ask us because your ass doesn't belong here. So I don't care if you sleep with someone, if it feels good because they have an organic diet. We're not about that either. Okay. And and who am I voting for? Someone's going to get me a Trump hat just because y'all won't like it. And I'm going to bring my white Jesus down here too. Um, well, you're doing a good job, Sister Quiet Scales. I thank you. You're the first moderator I've ever had. Brother Mark, do you want to be a moderator so we can deal with anybody that's stupid on this platform? Because I'm going to add you as a moderator. I've never done that before, but I don't have any problems with people being moderators. Um, I believe in freedom of speech if it's what we want to talk about. Otherwise, it's a dictatorship, and I spell dictator with the K, and I'm trying to be the biggest one, and so are all the other patriarchs out here. So, having said that, all of that, I want to greet everybody. Dre Ozzy, Sister Scales. Okay, I'm gonna make another person a moderator. I don't mind people being moderators. I'm not mad. I don't hate nobody. Denise Bryant, God bless you. Be one from Chicago. In fact, Denise Bryant, if you're a vocal sister, we need volunteer Black women that know real stuff. If you're out of Chicago, everybody knows Chicago's my favorite big city. We are looking for Black women that are tired of shit in Chicago. We need Black women that can articulate to other people who are not getting the news about what they're doing, how they raped that boy on Rainbow Beach. Some illegals raped a Black kid almost a year ago, and they've covered it up. Dykefoot and these other people. We need, see, we like warrior sisters. All of we patriarchs like real Black women. We just don't like fake ones. I don't like bull moose studs. I don't like swirl queens. I don't like professional sisters that think that you can measure man just by money, even when they're in a homeless shelter. We really need to coalesce those that can. It might be too late for some, but for those who are able, we need to put our heads together. So, Denise Bryant, feel free to write me because, I took a break. I had food poisoning. Chef and I were dealing with health issues. But now that I know that, be careful, there's a lot of poison in the food that we're eating. They're poisoning us. Oh, by the way, Chef C, you need to send me some pictures. We've got merchandise, we've got other things. In fact, as we work together as the new United Black Media, we're going to put a GoFundMe out, and because we need to get some other stuff. We need to help Brother Negro. We need to help other people with their platforms and get other things going. Like I need to get my banners and so forth, and everything we need is money. So we absolutely want you to help us, but we're not going anywhere. But I apologize. My absence was based on the fact that I had sulfite poisoning, which is causing me intense migraine headaches and dizziness and nausea for like 3 weeks. That's why you didn't see me. It's not because, I'm tired of doing this. I'm not going to read any books. I'm not going to do any of that. But I also want to thank everybody and again ask you to like, share, and subscribe to this channel because of the faithful people like Sister Quiet Scales and Brother Judah and Brother Mark and Sister Devin. Where is Devin? Devin, I don't know how to make you a moderator on here, but I want that to be. We're just under 100,000 views. We're just under 100,000. And y'all know that those bastards haven't offered me a revenue sharing deal. And I don't want their fucking money. And I will say what I like. But understand something. We need everybody to pay attention and to look. We need our sisters. We need a movement among sisters for real Ida B. Wells type Black womanhood. Now, I like that. I mean, shoot, I get a hard on thinking about Ida B. Wells. She's dead. Real Black woman. I like Fannie Lou Hamer. I don't like this fake baby killer, bull moose stud, pork chop feminist. This stuff is insane. I'm sick of simps. I'm sick of dudes who think they'll never nut again if they stand on any principles. So yeah,
I tell a woman to shut the fuck up. I tell a woman to shut the fuck up.
You can still be sexually active if you have principles, Black men. Whoever told you can't is some kind of sucker, simp, weakling. And especially these old Negroes that live off of women, stealing Cheerios from welfare mothers. Those guys give that kind of advice. Now let some other people speak up.
Listen. We're gonna get into this. I got a couple more things I want to spin the block on.
Oh yeah, spin it.
And first, but before we go into the spinning, we got to take the 5-second respect to the honorable, the king,
Kevin Samuels.
Oh my God! Well, we gotta honor him.
Bow your heads, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Yes, well, Kevin Samuels. I mean, oh my God, I gotta put on my militant shades. So
There you go. There you go. Get the fight the powers.
Dr. Short, where's the libation? Dr. Short, where's the libation?
The libation is right here. It's
yes,
ice
indeed.
water.
Treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself, young man.
Indeed. Hey, listen, we got over 103 people between the platforms right now tapped in, man. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe between all the platforms. Let's make sure those numbers reflect what's really in here right now. Shout out to everybody that's sliding with us. But brother Dr. Short, we got to take the 5-second in honor of the great one himself. So, ladies and gentlemen, 5 seconds of silence for the honorable Kevin Samuels. All right, Kevin.
I say Kevin in the highest. Kevin in the morning. Kevin in the evening. Kevin when the sun goes down.
Indeed, indeed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there's
Bless
a
that wonderful name of Kevin. No other brother we know. No
I
other guy we know.
I definitely want to get my brother Lone Wolf, and we got the Negro in here. We got a full panel tonight. We got a full house in here tonight. So shout out to
It's a
everybody as
Saturday
well.
sit down. A Saturday sit down to the
Understand
gentlemen.
me?
To
A
the
full
gentlemen.
house in here tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's
Hey,
one
Chef,
other
I want to
clip.
say something right quick. I just want to
Well,
say 1 second.
hold on before you do that, because I'm setting
Go
it up.
ahead. Go ahead.
Now, what I want everybody to pay attention to throughout the last week or so, we've seen different female initiatives again, and they're designed as Trojan horses to ultimately attack black men across the country. Okay, now even with this latest VP,
Ski-wee.
Kamala Harris, they showed the picture of her walking across Miss Pettis Bridge.
Did she have a dress on or pants?
She had a
Oh,
dress on, and it's
She had a dress
disrespectful.
on. She
It's
probably had
disrespectful
more
as hell.
tear gas down there than what the people got in 65.
It's
And I call
disrespectful.
a Trojan horse.
Yeah, she's not black. She is
And
not a
you know
black
what?
woman.
Something about the Trojan horse that it was hollow on the inside, like Kamala.
Nothing there.
Well,
Nothing there.
actually, it's probably all been aborted out on
Hey,
your
Dr.
coast,
Short,
probably Oakland, man.
remember them old school? Remember them old school spray cans? When you shake them up, it had the little ball in there. Ding, 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 ding. That's what
Yes,
she is. That's
but
what
you
she
know
is.
what?
Nothing
And
inside.
that ball was Willie Brown.
And
well,
one more
let's.
thing. Hey, one more thing. I heard that Dr. Short, we don't claim her in Oakland. You know what I'm saying? She's not a real
Oh, y'all
Oaklander.
not
You know what
claiming
I'm
her?
saying?
Y'all not
She's from
claiming
the
her over
city.
there?
We never claimed her. She's from the city. She's San Francisco. Kamala
Oh,
Harris, we do not claim Kamala Harris. We do not acknowledge Kamala Harris. Not only that, she's ski wee Harris. Not only that, she's come drunk Harris. Because we already know how she got down with the Gok Gok 3000. And I
well,
heard it was whack 100. You know what I'm saying? But
Twiz,
yeah,
let me give
we
you
don't
this.
claim her in
Let
Oakland.
me let me give you this, Twiz. Let me back you up
Hmm.
because y'all see that raggedy napkin in that photo in that image right there, right? Let's go ahead and play the track. This is from her little pad there. You see y'all see the white tips, right? And the ski wee. But anyhow, let's go ahead and this is the celebration they got going on at her house, right? So more symbolic bullshit, but let's go ahead and play the track.
Off with the head, yeah, money talk. Oh my God, look at her butt.
This event means to me is put everything into perspective. It shows me everything is possible. My vice president's black.
What the fuss? Hold on, let's stop right there for a second, gentlemen.
Black exploitation at its finest. The
He
70
said it
films
put
ain't got shit
everything
on that.
into perspective for him, brother Twiz, brother. Where my brother Lone Wolf? I need to hear about a couple carcasses getting
Man,
walked over because he
man.
just said everything was put into perspective for him. That sound like a carcass that got to get walked over. Let me hear from brother Lone Wolf. Are you there, sir? The ordained. Are you walking over that carcass who just got a different perspective on life?
I'm not just walking over the carcass. I'm gonna make sure that carcass is a carcass. Because some folks are fake dead. He needs to be dead. I think about the same playbook they used in 2020 when they carted out Cardi B. Now they carted out Foul Red. She's nothing sexy, but she's foul.
Mm,
But they should call her Tampon Red.
mm, mm.
I call her dirty red. That's what
Or
the
a
fuck she look
Kotex
like.
Red.
Skanky
Ain't
red,
nothing
right,
sexy
right.
about her. Ain't nothing. She dirty red to me.
Or,
But it shows you what they
or
think about.
Abortion Red.
But it really shows you what they think about the collective 46 million black people.
Mm. Go there,
See,
go there.
the subliminals, like, you know what? They don't want nothing. They don't deserve nothing. This is their heroes, the rappers, the entertainers,
Mm.
the athletes. We don't have to give them nothing. Man, I can't wait to walk over these carcasses.
Mm. Mm.
And we
He's
need to
counting
piss
them.
on them.
Hey,
We need to
let him
piss on them
cook.
as we walk over them.
Listen, and let me go to the comments real quick before we resume. Listen, a star said the question I have is how come they never bring out her black father? He lives right there in DC. Ain't that something?
Her father isn't black. Her
He's
father
not
is
black.
Indian.
Yeah,
I wish
born in
people would
Jamaica.
get this thing straight. That they're Asians that live in the Caribbean. There is a Syrian Lebanese mafia that runs Haiti. We need to do a little better when we talk about this.
Come on. I like that. I like that. That's a position and perspective. Well, at least information that some of us don't really think of like that. And shout out to Hannibal in the chat as well. The fact that black men want to, let me go up to Hannibal with this. I said, shout out to you, Hannibal. Shout out to you, Hannibal. Let me go ahead and read what Hannibal got to say real quick, y'all. Let's read what Hannibal said. The fact that black men want to be cannon fodder is pathetic. Oh, DW said it smelled musty in the mug up in that party. She already know. Okay.
I bet you a
DW.
lot of them was tethers. I bet you a lot of them was tethers in there. I bet you half the room
Well,
was
look
tethers.
at the hairline on this dude. You can
Yeah,
tell.
this man straight from Ghana, motherfucker. That tight ass suit he got on, that ancient ass tie. You
And
could
shout out
tell.
to
You could tell
shout out
tethers because tethers have no fashion sense. They don't have no style. They don't have no coof. That's how you know they are tethers. You know what
Shout
I'm
out to my
saying?
sister Star. She said in quotations when she say black. That's a fact. Shout out to Sister Star. Now let's play a little bit more of this track. And shout out to 107 of y'all that's rocking with us tonight. Like, share, subscribe to all of our valuable colleagues to their platforms. If you see them on the panel, more than likely they got a platform. So definitely go find out, connect with them, subscribe to them, like and share their content.
You mean I can't do it?
When I look out at this group of leaders, I know that the future of our country is bright. Our nation needs.
Hold the hell on. Did y'all hear that? This group of leaders, she knows that our future is bright. You got cognac, you got all type of drink in there, you got Sexy Red in the background, and because of that, she knows the future is bright. Did I just hear that accurate? This is some bullshit if I ever heard it.
Pandering 101. Pandering 101.
This is fuckery, man. Let me play some more of this nonsense.
Of our country is bright. Our nation needs you, and I look forward to your continuing leadership. Welcome to the house party at VP.
Oh hell no! Look
A
at this
house party.
The whole party.
But they had this before. They actually had this with Trump when you had the Black Conservative Federation and Candace Owens, and they all had alcohol and such at the White House on the Republican side. Now, it's reluctant for me to say anything, but this happens all around, and it's the same thing. You had the Greek letter people and the Masonic people and the deviant people that do this.
I'll be
And
short. It's the level of it though. It's the level of it though on how low they stooped. Now I can understand if they was in there playing some Motown or some Marvin Gaye, but they want to stoop to the level to where they gonna play degenerate music. You know what I mean? And I bet you they was in there twerking and oh man. Ugh.
What do you think that Kamala did when she was at Howard? See, this is the thing.
3,000. That's where she learned it.
This is what I want to say. I have watched this, and I'm kind of, again, I blame Black Americans for it. There are people, for example, when I worked for Upward Bound, there was a white woman whose name, of all things, was Mary Dick. And Mary Dick was a white woman that didn't have any status among white people. And therefore, she worked with Black people. We as a community have always let the refuse, the trash from other people's communities be around us and our children.
Bless you. Bless you.
And thank you. And nobody says anything about it because the attitude is anybody that's nice or anybody that doesn't mind being around us is okay. And in reality, it's like like the woman trainer that was having sex with all the black men that on the basketball team. We, as long as people have the kind of hatred that we do as a collective, we don't like ourselves. I wish it were different.
Mm.
The most disgusting thing about being a black American is being in a sea of self-hating, suicidal black folks who aren't brave enough to kill themselves or go away, who herd around us and don't want us to make it either. That is the most disgusting thing. If they see a black person with integrity or courage, they try to pull that person down too, because blacks can't have integrity or dignity. So even if they see what they know that they themselves don't have, they don't copy it. Instead, they decide to destroy it too. I'm just telling you what we're going through now is a purge, and black people who hate their own guts, who have no dignity, will be eliminated either by their own hand or by the illegals or other people. They won't make it. They're done, and we can't carry them. No people. Uh, Harriet Tubman, to give an example, or other people, you have to cut people loose. But I see this, I've watched it. Most of our people, in particular, those people who are given positions of authority or decision making, hate us as a collective. And they will do everything they can to make certain that nobody, black, who cares, gets any kind of position. And you see the same kinds of trends in the larger diaspora in Africa and the Caribbean. You see it. The thing about us is that we have a greater ability to pull these people down and stop them, but we don't because we idealize. If someone has money, it doesn't matter if they sold dope and annihilated the neighborhood. They have money.
That's a fact.
Uh, if a woman has slept with everybody but she has money, she's okay. If a man is if he's a terrible degenerate sodomite like P. Diddy, all they can see is he has $1 billion. If people weren't so cheap, if they weren't so pathetic, Jay-Z and Diddy, these people would not have any currency in our community.
It's a fact. That's a fact. Well, you know what, brother? I'm gonna play a little bit more of this because again, we've been crippled by monetary value. And that's the prioritization of genocide, if you ask me. I mean, it's been a genocidal prioritization, and people can't seem to move off of that shit. Doesn't and see the justification behind it is, oh, it's good marketing. Oh, it's just business.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
AIDS isn't good business.
right.
Aborted babies isn't good business.
Come on.
Slow genocide being eliminated isn't good business.
Come on. Come on.
Okay, this is let me say this to you for all the people. This is a God thing. This is a righteousness and wickedness thing. And what you see Kamala Harris doing, who is a Hindu. Kamala Harris is a Hindu. She supports uh, she supports a religion that isn't that of a significant number of Black Americans. And there are a lot of these, any religion, and I've noticed this particular thing. I know that we've got sorry, no good Black pastors. So we talk about this all the time. But you can you can do worse than the Black pastors. You can get some pretty bad swamis and other people. I mean, you start looking into yoga and see how they treat people. You can actually do worse than the Black church that I'm a major critic of. Kamala Harris and these other people have brought in this other cultic Luciferian stuff, and the Luciferian Black people within our community, they connect around Luciferianism with people from all over the world. That's what you really have. The devil worshiping Black Americans get with the devil worshiping whites and the others. They like killing babies. They like sodomy. They like confusion. They like trans, whatever it is that's contrary to the Frederick Douglass, to the Maria Stewart. If I start talking about our Black, we do have founding fathers and mothers. These were people who tended to be Protestant Christian Blacks who fought slavery, who fought everything. They're the foundation of who we are as a people. Because they're not necessarily rich and famous, we don't count them. We don't know who the hell these people are. And it doesn't matter because they're not rich and famous, and therefore you don't know who Maria Stewart is. And you may not know about Henry Highland Burnett because it won't come up because they're not rich and famous. You wouldn't know about because they were about helping and serving the people. And yet we go with people who got the bag, the people who got the money, the people who get the attention. And that says, as a group, I'm sorry, we're shallow as hell. The same way he looks at a woman and he only looks at her buttocks. When women think that all they have to do is shake their behind for a man to notice them, and there are men that only notice them because of their behind, it says that we're operating on a very, 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 very pathetic, degenerate, animalistic level, which is where they want people to be. And a lot of folks, like that stupid ass guy who said a Black culture, hedonism, paganism, sodomy, and all this whoring and such isn't Black culture. There's a difference between a subculture, degeneracy, and culture. Culture is something that is sustainable, that lifts, and people can keep them. A subculture is something that isn't that cool. And degeneracy and hedonism and bohemianism are things that destroy a people. So it's interesting. You meet these people and they pick the folks that are talking about licking rectums and being body counts and saying that's Black culture. It's so ugly. Killing Black babies is healthcare. Everything the opposite of life, they're defining as Black. And we let this go. And I'm just telling you, everything from that ugly Joy Reid, who looks like she looks like
She looked
Gilligan
like
from
that
Gilligan's
cartoon
Island.
Arthur. She looked like that cartoon Arthur. I remember when she first came on the scene, her forehead, her hair starts way back here. You know what I mean?
She
I
looks
have
like
more hair
Don
than her.
Cheadle. She looks like a trans Don Cheadle.
And
She looks
Dr.
like
Short,
Don
I can't
Cheadle.
stand her. We need that. We need to call her ass out. I can't stand Dr. I mean, I can't stand her. But go ahead, Dr. Short. I'm sorry.
No. She's just a tramp. But she's representative, and she's not even a Black American.
Yeah, she's Congolese. She's from the Congo.
And she's Caribbean, and we've got a bunch of them. They're everywhere. And we just go by what's your skin color. And I'm thinking it's beyond that. It's time to stop. And so to me, what size butt do they have? How does she dance? My thing is, can she cook? Can she mother? Does she love?
No, well, no. Dr. Short, one word. Can she listen? That's the most important word.
Oh
Can
God.
she listen?
Can she
Is-
think?
You know what I'm saying? Can she listen?
Can
Because
she?
if she can't listen, she has no value.
Now,
Simple.
can she submit?
There
Let's
you
use the
go.
real word, submission.
And nowadays
Are
they
you-
got these young boys out here submitting. They got these young boys. They trying to teach young boys how to be stay-at-home dads nowadays. They got classes for that shit. I'm teaching men on how to be stay-at-home dads. You might as well just clip your balls and put on an apron and wear high heels and never wear
But I'll
pants
be
again.
honest with you. I can work with the stay-at-home dads if he's in the life of the kids. My issue is this. Is he head of the house or is he not?
He's not going to be head of the
If
house.
he's
If he's
not-
a stay-at-home dad, he's not.
It's okay.
He's
Well,
not.
gentlemen, here's what I want to do. I want to play more of this track, and then I'm gonna get some of the other fellas involved in this conversation. But let's peep this.
Being here at Vice President Harris's home tonight was an absolute honor. The embodiment of Black excellence in the room was overwhelming, and I'm
Black
Okay,
excellent.
let's go there. Let's go.
Notice it's all young people. It's all people in their 20s in there. People who don't know. You know what I mean?
Let's go to
I
the
want to
black
know how
excellent.
many of them had STDs in that room.
Excellent STDs. Black excellent
How much was passed
STDs.
around that night? Hey, how much was passed around that night?
Black excellent STDs all through the building, baby. Listen, this is the whole trope, and they're still carting it around, okay, as if this reflects some kind of progression for Black America. And we got to be honest, most of them aren't necessarily Black Americans. They're Black looking people, but they ain't Black Americans. So this is the trope. And as we continue to go through these things and people's popping, I don't see any of this stuff changing at any time. There's going to be every last person left that party more than likely trying to be, or with aspirations of being, quote unquote, the first Black something after they have left this little soiree. I can guarantee you that.
First fentanyl overdose that was happening.
right. Come on. This is, but see, this is the issue we are facing. And shout out to over 107 people throughout the platforms tapped in with us right now. Shout out to the 100.
How many are you seeing? Because I'm seeing 56. I've got 58.
I got 108 right now throughout the platforms in total right now. So that's a great, hey, listen, shout out to y'all that's sliding, man. Again,
yes,
I appreciate everybody that's
shout
tapped in
out
with us
to the room,
and
and shout out to everybody that's watching.
That I did pick up. I picked up 3 subscriptions. However, I've got enough people, Brother Mark and Devin and the rest of y'all. If you guys were to subscribe to Dr. Randy Short AB1, if I had everybody that's on now, I would have my 50. I need 43. And we're talking about what we pull thousands of views, right? So
that's right.
Come on, add it. Can you put that up? Quiet Scale, can you put that up there? And Mark Smith, can you put that up there? And I'm going to remind people, subscribe to my alternative channel. I've got 29 people on here. How many of you guys can subscribe? It's not going to cost you anything. But
nothing at all.
It
Go ahead and subscribe, y'all. Go ahead and subscribe to our brother Dr. Short's platform.
We need
Lone Wolf. We got brother Lone Wolf in here.
He needs
shout out to my brother Negro. He's in the building as well. Subscribe to these platforms, ladies and gentlemen. I know right now, through the help of some of y'all who have discovered us as well on this side on the next podcast, we are at 400,000 views overall for the channel now. So I want to say shout out to all of y'all that's really sliding.
Yes, indeed. Congratulations.
With us, really making this thing happen. And we're just gonna keep going up from here, y'all. Really. So we appreciate everybody that's coming through to our platforms, checking us out, seeing what we're doing, and making it happen right now. So definitely just keep rocking with us. Again, this program was designed to really shed some light on some things here, some of the tropes that are going on in our communities here. So as we continue to get a better understanding of this, again, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe bullshit. Shout out to my brother Q with all of this bullshit ass symbolic gesture nonsense. None of this is moving anything for us. They are still sticking to their original promise of doing absolutely nothing for Black Americans.
Mm-hmm.
They're very committed, very consistent, and they're going to go into this next term because let's be very clear, they did steal the first one, and they are planning to steal the next one. Let's be very clear about that. Let's play a little bit more of this, though.
I'm just so honored.
Coming to an event like this is just gratifying. I mean, when you really choose God and put Him first in all that you do, He will just open up many doors for you, and you seek Him.
They got a little fake Kurt Franklin coming up right now.
You
the
seen that little
Latino
piss colored
version.
little bastard? You seen that little piss
Little
colored
light,
bastard?
yeah,
Yeah, little piss colored bastard. I can't stand them motherfuckers, man. Little piss
oh,
colored ass niggas. You
that's
understand
one of them
me?
Alpha 8, right? You see the Kangs? Look at the
Man,
Kangs. Look at that.
man.
My question is, where did they put the cane?
Right.
Hey, that motherfucker sounds so much. Hey, he got so much sugar, he ain't gonna need no syrup for his pancakes. You understand me?
You understand me?
That nigga bleed molasses. You understand me? Talk about the
First, I
Waffle
will be
House
adding it
boy.
to you. And so I'm blessed to be a part of this event.
I am so excited to be here, like to be in the home of the first African American female vice.
Hold it. Let's stop right there.
Oh my God.
Listen, even though many of us do not identify as African Americans, we're still waiting on that first quote unquote Black American or African American president or VP to show up, because I ain't see him. None of them niggas is around. She says she was Asian. Am I the only one that remember that?
She is.
But it's
Let me tell
deeper than
y'all.
that.
No. Let me tell y'all. From them out here, when she got appointed DA of San Francisco, the first thing she said was, and this is what brought my attention to her, and this is what made me say, fuck her. The first thing she said was, and you could tell she was loaded. She stood up there and said, I'm proud to be the first Asian, Indian, Jamaican American up here to be the first DA. And when she put all those titles in it, the first thing I said was, hold on. Black is black. You ain't none of this old other shit. But she wants to identify with so many goddamn races to where that gives her gateway into that so-called Neanderthal terror privilege, because she's not Black American. But the only time she's Black American is when she's pandering and trying to sell something to us. And as Dr. Short always say, this is my beef with Black women. Why y'all not calling her out? Why y'all not calling her out for imitating y'all, for just sitting up there being an imposter for Black America, when that fact, I mean, she ain't fought for shit. The only thing she did was just suck dick. You know what I'm saying? That's my beef right there. I can't say that. And I'm a Black man. If I say anything about her, I'm gonna get crucified and drug over coal like I was a motherfucker who just stole some motherfucking bread. You know what I mean? But I just with like my sisters. And there's some sisters that do call her out, but on the nationwide platform, why don't the solid ebony rich goddesses of this earth call that imposter, that long stanky hair? Her hair, you can tell how straight her hair is. She probably get lice in the stank. She got to bathe twice a day. Why they don't call her out and check her? Because if she was really from Oakland, she would have done got her ass beat. Real Oakland woman would have whooped her motherfucking ass for faking it to make it. But yet, why are our sisters calling her out? She's not a Black woman. Her mother wasn't born in America. Her dad wasn't born in America. What makes her Black? Her mother's Indian. Her dad's Brahmin Indian, born in Jamaica, what they call coolies. What makes her Black? She's an anchor baby. And she's a disrespect to what's going on in America right now, to where these first generations think they can have a seat of power, think that they can control, and think they can dictate law and culture. That's the beef I have, and that's the problem I have, and that's the fight that I'm fighting. You know, and that's what I agree with Donald Trump. Get rid of that birthright citizenship shit. Just because you was born here, don't make you an American. You got to be able to have your grandparents born here, because that's the only way you could be taught to be American. If you was first generation, if your parents come from India, they gonna teach you the Indian ways because they not American. If your parents come from Cambodia, they're going to teach you the Cambodian ways because they're not American. Just like if your parents come from Mexico, they're going to teach you Mexico because they wasn't born in America, because they don't know nothing about being American. So what the fuck could they teach you about being a red-blooded, proud American? Seriously. Man.
Well, you know what? Let me go to the comments real quick, and we're going to keep cooking a touch here. Brother Short, I got maybe 15 more minutes, sir. I know. Of just letting everybody know I got 15 more minutes. But again, in the comments, we got it here. Star said, you know, particularly a lot of those kids in that in this image here, these are the children who were raised by a bunch of ratchets themselves, and that's a fact. And we got the nigga ain't Christ. He said they ain't solid at all. And then now we got Ebony Oz. Shout out to Ebony Oz. As a Black woman, I called Kamala Harris out the first day. She's an imposter.
Thank you.
Her
Thank you.
father, her
Thank you,
father.
Sister Ebony Eyes.
Hold
I
on, hold
really
on. Let me
love
finish the
you.
read. Her
Can,
father says she not black.
she's not black, but look,
Shout out
those
to Ebony.
students
Let
that
me
they
give
have
Ebony what
at
she
the
need
Naval
real quick. Hold
Observatory,
on.
those
Shout out to
those
Ebony.
guys are from Howard University. That's some Howard University bullshit that I tell you about. That's full of, I mean, I call it coward or coonward University. It's full of coons. It's full of degenerate liar, grifter. Uh,
I heard the president is not even Black American. I heard he's
well, no,
Nigerian
no, no,
or
no.
Caribbean.
They've got a new one now. The Caribbean dude who's basically destroyed Howard, he's gone. They finally got rid of him, but only after he further made this thing black. I mean, not black, but non-black. So if you go up to Howard, I mean, basically, you have the sensation of RuPaul trying to put his mouth on your zipper. I mean, it's really, you can go up there if you want. I don't hang up there.
Shout out to Cut the Check in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Cut the Check in the building right now.
Shout out to the Black American family. You know what I mean?
Understand me? Let me
Hey,
go ahead and
Chef
read a
C,
little bit more of this. Hold on, check. Shout out
go
to
ahead.
Brother Jared in the chat. Brother Jared in the chat said, because they're Democrats, not sisters. We are divided by gender. Listen, brother, I got to concur. I mean, this has been the ploy, and this is why we're talking about these Trojan horse initiatives that are going on. They're built to divide us. That's what they're here for. And especially with this fucking million man-hating woman's march that's supposed to be jumping off. Brother Short had to get on this chick's head. Okay. But it's a lot of initiatives like that running around. They're designed to divide the nuclear or anything potentially nuclear when it comes to Black Americans. Let me go to Sister Ebony real quick. Ebony, as a Black woman, I feel Kamala Harris is an embarrassment and a poor representation of us
Shout
all.
out to Sister Ebony.
She's
Shout out to
a
her.
laughing hyena. Shout out to Sister Ebony in the building.
Dr. Short, what you call them? Wazis? What you call them? Wazis queen?
Yeah, that's a Wazi.
Ebony
That's
is a
a
Wazi
Wazi in the
queen.
tuck right there.
Shout out to Sister Ebony. She's a Wazi queen because that's what time it is. And you got my support.
Well, hold on. We gotta acknowledge our other Wazis in here.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah.
We got
a lot of them in here.
You know what I'm saying?
And Devin.
I love my
and
sisters.
Sister Starvetta. We've got some righteous, Ida B. Wells remade. We thank you for them.
Sisters. Let's go. Sister Star says right now in the comments, she doesn't get called out on a national level because our ratchet, degenerate sisters live vicariously through her. Oh shit!
Hey, Sister Star, we share the same last name. Hey, Sister Star, we share the same last name. That's my name too. So shout out to the sister. You know what I'm saying? That's really my sister right there.
Shout out to Sister Star. These sisters,
that's really my sister.
She's not here to play tonight, gentlemen.
Man, ain't nothing wrong. Hey, hell have no fury like a Black woman scorn. You know what I mean? And that woman been betraying as a Black woman for the longest. She need to, if she was out here in Oakland around my sisters, around my peers, she would have done caught these. You know what I'm saying? Because these women out here don't play. Dealing with these women is like dealing with men. You can't talk to them and be like, hey, beautiful. They're going to look at you like you soft. You got to be strong. You got to be about that life. Not only that, they're going to look at you like an x-ray and glass and they're going to see your heart. And if they see you weakness, they may try to plot on you and try to get you. You know what I mean? Women nowadays ain't no joke, especially our real Black queens.
The real Black
and for her to portray as a Black woman, she's gonna have to be it's gonna have to be a reach out, and she's gonna have to have a sit down. Some real Black queens gonna have to call her out because she's not Black. She's not raised Black. She don't know what it is to be Black.
She's not Black. And you know what?
Thing she know what it is to be Black is to taste Black men. That's the only thing she knows.
Well, but she aborts the babies to show you what she thinks of them. And I'm going to go further. You know, her pastor in San Francisco is Anus Brown.
That's right.
The little no good.
He was the dude that sat on the reparations task force meeting out here in Oakland that we was on. Yeah, when we went to the task force meeting.
Anus Brown is her pastor.
Yes, he's a coon.
I
He's a coon, a
and
sellout.
again, Anus Brown.
Hey, mic drop.
Hold on, gentlemen. Listen here. Hold on. Now, for the ladies, Jared in the chat said black women are Democrats and have been receiving reparations for decades. They're not coming back. Oh, ladies. Oh, don't let Jared talk crazy, y'all.
Check this out, though. You can't really question him because we don't even know what he is or who he is, but to a certain degree, no offense to anybody, when we're fighting, we can't save everybody, as we said before. When we fighting, we got to worry about who got our back, and the ones who got
And you
our
know
back is
what?
who we worry about. You
And I'm
know,
going to say
if you ain't
something.
got our back, if you don't got our back, man, you
How do
just
we
gonna,
know that
you're gonna
that's?
be sacrificed.
How do we know that person's not a trans?
Mm.
Trying to make us give
You
up
see what
on
I'm saying?
yeah. So
Man, come
that
on.
person
I
probably
come from a black woman. I got 3 black sisters that's older than me. I'm the baby of 4 black sisters. I got 2 daughters and a granddaughter. I'm surrounded by black women. So
no,
I'm
but
doing everything in my
that's
power
your
to fight for them and leave something behind for them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. But so a lot of these people that get into these conversations, they're the kind of people who haven't done the noble gesture of doing us a favor by either leaving us alone or even more. But a lot of people that are on gender dysphoria, maybe they need to take some more of those psychotropic pills to remind themselves or lie to themselves that they're really something that they're not. And so there are a lot of people in spaces speaking for Black women, and they're not even female. And that's the
Talk
other
that talk.
evil thing about Kamala Harris. So, if you say too much negative about Black women when you come on, I'm going to assume that you're trans
Mm.
and you're trying to discourage. In fact, the more that Black men and women are estranged from each other, the greater chance that there'll be more dick for you.
Mm.
And we're here to make certain that there's less dick for you. We wanted to run out for you. And maybe you should go and bother the illegals and see how that lasts. Because a lot of them are serial killers where they come from. They don't like for people to talk about who they've been with, so they kill them. You're going to see a large number of sex workers of all colors get, the coup de grace from the illegals that are here. And hey, and they support it all. So to me, it's the best of both worlds. At least you got your son before you left here.
That's crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's play a little bit more of this and then we're going to be getting but I got to hear from the brother Lone Wolf before we go too far. The Lone Wolf, and then we got the Negro in the building. I know I got
should be screw me.
My brother Negro. Let me hear from the Negro on this situation real quick. Brother Negro, you see the abomination on the screen, right, sir? And I hope he's still there because sometimes the things start acting up. But brother Negro, there's an abomination that you're looking at right on this screen here. And you got a bunch of folks who's ready to scream and do a bunch of ski-wee stuff right quick. We need to address this really quickly, sir. Are you there, brother Negro? Okay, he might have got it, yeah, because it's been zapping. Well, I got the ordained one in here as well. The ordained. Are you there, brother ordained?
Can you hear the wolf?
Yes. In the building. Sir.
Yes, indeed.
Sir.
Yes,
the
indeed.
abomination. The abomination on the screen, sir. What say you?
That's
a lot of brother Wolf. I don't mean to cut you off, sir. That's a lot of carcasses, sir. If you're gonna walk over, that's a lot of carcasses. There's got to be a better way, brother Wolf. What's the recommendation?
No, there's no other way. Again, it's a hard pill to swallow, but it must be swallowed. No, pause now. No
pause. Yeah. Pause.
Go ahead, brother Wolf. Go ahead, baby. We know what you.
We're looking at children who've been groomed to be traitors.
Mm.
Yes, Howardites.
Grooming. And maybe unbeknownst to them, because they invoke God and they invoked blessings and they invoke, believing in a higher power because they're there. But they haven't really talked to their parents about how they betrayed the whole collective, man.
Mm.
I was out last night at an event. As you know, I know how to be in these spaces and places and still maintain my soul.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because most of these folks in these spaces and places are the one calling the shots, so we can't be on the outside. We got to be the spook that sat behind the door.
Come on. That's right.
But I saw in that space and place I was last night, all I saw was death.
Mm.
Literally, old dying people just breathing. Glad that they made it at the expense of the whole collective.
So, a bunch of happy to be here Negroes.
Oh man, beyond happy to be here. We
basically
made it.
sellouts. Basically sellouts.
We made it.
Yeah, sellouts.
I mean, brothers, it's just this is going to be a real interesting year. Again, white folks are ready to fight white folks. Forget the black folks. White folks are ready to fight white folks.
Mm.
And like I said, it's 400 million legal guns. Only 330 million Americans. And most of the guns are in the hands of my white brother. And all we need is 7 million. All you need is 7 million white boys decide, you know what? We're going to tear this place upside down. Just 7 million.
Brother Wolf, I hate to say this, but some of the white boys is getting on code. Some of the white boys is getting tired of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of the white boys is starting to like, well, hey, America, and shout out to the black people. And that's something that people don't talk about. I've been hearing a lot of white boys like, yeah, man, fuck that, with you, brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And when they get on code, they stay on code until they eradicate. See, we dealing with people who will eradicate a whole civilization. They have no problem wiping out nothing. We're the only group of people who coexist with people who dropped 2 atomic bombs on a people.
Mm.
Never in the history of the world have they dropped them bombs on other people again, except for us. If they thought that they would lose everything, they self-implode, man. They blow everything up.
That's crazy. I gotta say this though, gentlemen, and shout out to the over 122 of y'all viewing right now. Make sure you have liked, share, and subscribed. Don't hesitate. It don't cost you nothing. Like, share, and subscribe right now.
Brother Wolf, can I say something right quick, Chef?
Go ahead.
Brother Wolf, it's funny you said that because I was doing some research about Japan. And I was doing some research about Captain Perry and the black ships. You know a little history about that they don't ever tell? You know reason why Japan opened up Japan to America? Because when Captain Perry got tired of Japan bullshitting and playing around with him, the first thing he did was call in all the military force. He made everybody dress up like they was going to war. And when he went to shore with Japan, he had nothing but black men behind him. And when them Japanese saw them big ass 6 foot plus black Americans right there, they opened up the fucking doors and they submitted and they folded without even a motherfucking fight. It was the black Americans that opened up Japan to America, not Captain Perry, because Captain Perry knew once they saw them big black men with me, they gonna open it up. Captain Perry was in Japan for months and they wasn't fucking with him. But it wasn't until he came in full military dress with them black men behind him that made Japan bend the motherfucking knee. So we
Well,
Black Americans, man, we got a lot of history to share. You know what I'm
I
saying?
want to say to you that Commodore Perry was a mulatto. Not that he claimed black people. That's number one.
You know what I'm
Number
saying?
two, number two, one of the first things that he did to entertain the Japanese was a coon show.
Mm.
And so the Japanese word for nigger, which is kurambo, comes from Commodore Perry's coon show that he did. Just so you know, they gave and they took away.
Mm-hmm. I read
That's
about that.
interesting.
I read
Shout out
about the
to shout
racism
out to
that they
that.
did.
That's game right there. I appreciate that,
Yeah.
gentlemen.
See,
I'm gonna be wrapping it up though right now, gentlemen. So
That's okay.
let me go through
just wants to
the
get
guys.
good. Ugh.
Brother Twiz, let them know how they can get a hold of you, how they can go ahead and
Yes,
do business with you. You
indeed.
understand?
Yes, indeed. Shout out to the family, man. Shout out to everybody in here on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, everybody. Thank you guys for coming. We appreciate you guys because without you, there will be no us. You know what I'm saying? You can find me on Twitter as Twizzle Westside O. You can find me on Instagram as Twizzle800. You know what I mean? Business is booming, business is rolling. If y'all got a house to sell, land, or anything, no matter what condition, burnt down, beat up or used or abused, let me know. I can sell it. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to just say this, y'all. Everybody hold your head up. We in a fight. Don't give up. Keep doing what you got to do and believe in you because if you don't believe in you, ain't nobody else will. Nobody else care about us but us. So we in this fight. And this fight is not gonna be, it's not gonna end today. It's not gonna end tomorrow. It might not even in our lifetime, but just know as us black Americans, especially black men, we in the fight and we gotta fight. And if we don't love one another, nobody will. So shout out to my black brothers throughout here and my queens. I love y'all and I give my life fighting for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Peace, everybody.
Twiz, shout out to the neighborhood West Side Wizard. You understand me? Peace to him. Let me go to the illustrious Lone Wolf himself, our brother Lone Wolf Juan J. Johnson. You know the script, but let them know how to get a hold of you. Business opportunities, also training opportunities there are because it's getting real out here. It ain't getting real, it's been real. And y'all better to stay ready than have to get ready with this brother. So talk to brother Lone Wolf. You got the floor, sir.
You can reach me at lwftraining.com for all your training. If you need a HQL, which is a handgun qualification license, which allows you to purchase the gun. If you need a concealed carry, wear and carry, you can reach me at lwftraining.com. I am a certified NRA instructor since 2018. So I know what I'm doing. You can also, when you see that logo for Lone Wolf, you know you're at the right spot. I need you to go to Lone Wolf Firearms Training on YouTube. Subscribe, and just I'm looking forward to having more broadcasts and talking and creating more content. Again, family, we're in a fight. We're in a fight, and if you don't think you are, then stay tuned because I know the temperature of my white brother is very high right now, and these sisters are out of control. I don't have no problem giving them the cold soda. And I don't have no problem, again, stepping over them carcasses.
Shout out to my brother Lone Wolf again for all your firearms needs and training. Definitely hit our brother up. Don't hesitate to hit our brother up. Brother Negro, are you there, sir? Are you able to make it back? Okay, he might still be zapped as well. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we got the hostess with the mostest, of course, brother Dr. Randy Short, Angry Black Man's Book Club, Pat Talk. This is Pat Talk number 14. We'll be sliding with number 15 pretty soon. This has been one of our most attended broadcasts in ever. I think this is the top one right here, brother Short, between all the platforms.
But that's the
Uh,
top one on your end. This is my smallest, but I didn't promote this heavily. So I
no, no,
want
no.
you
I'm
to
I'm
share it.
talking about between all the platforms,
Oh, yeah,
including
yeah, yeah,
yours.
yeah, yeah.
So this is the highest one we've done with Pat Talk thus far. But again, I want to thank everybody for tapping in, brother. Dr. Short, you got the floor, sir.
I want everybody to understand that we are back. Chef, we are mortals, so we have issues. But even though they took a Twitter channel, took a Twitter thing away, they're messing with the fake book. We must really be doing something for them to give so much interference to our channels. We must really be doing something for them to do so much interference. We must really be doing something for YouTube to ignore 9,000 views on my channel until I
Mm,
stop putting stuff out. You know what I'm saying, Chef? Then all of a sudden, they were
mm.
willing to recognize 9,000 that they had held off of. I want to thank all of you for liking. Please like, share, and subscribe. I want to do a shout out to all the people from all over the world, even Mr. Adam. Someone from as far away as Iran is listening. That's good for him. Mr. Mark Smith, Sister Haley, Sister Starletta, all of the different people. I thank the 4 people that subscribed. I still need for people. I have a new Twitter and a new YouTube. It's Dr. Randy Short, ABM1. Please subscribe. We are not going anywhere. The new United Black Media Matrix, we're going to go on the offensive. I thank all the people that reached out, all the people that donated, everybody that prayed when you wondered where I was. I was super sick from sulfites, but I'm better. So you'll see us again. We want you to share, 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 like, subscribe, and donate. And I want to thank everybody, even Miss Hyman and other people who've consistently supported us. For all of you that like Salt Ministry, we're probably going to come back and do part 2 of Why Blacks Hate Jesus. I may do it tomorrow. It would be the non Sabbatarian gospel hour, but we will have a religious discussion because spirituality is a part of all of this. And I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody that has helped move the Angry Black Men's Book Club from like what, 10 people to a lot of people added tonight, 1,730 or more people. That's wonderful. I hope you help us this week reach 100. I want to let you know that we deliberately did fewer books and all because we compete with the shallow culture. We compete with the culture that's dirty reds and all this other kind of stuff. But now that we got a critical mass, I believe that we're going to go more in a substantive thing, sort of like Lone Wolf. And I'm hoping that Lone Wolf has me and us, and we start putting stuff out together. Need your help. Need you to share this again. They took my Twitter channel and have been messing with my Facebook channels. All my Facebook platforms have been put me through changes. Identify yourself. You identify, then they don't give you a code. They they're really upset because people are waking up, but it's reciprocal. I can share, we can share, we got to help each other. And trust me, we really do need your help. In Twitter, if you see anybody, if you see Brother Negro, if you see, it doesn't have to be mine. And we have other people we're working with. Our goal is to be national and international within the coming months. And they can play games, they can mess with my signal, they can slow it down, but eventually we'll be in Rumble and other places, and you really won't stop it. We're looking at some major social changes that are going to hit this country. In in particular, after Trump clinches the Republican nomination Tuesday, it's going to be on and popping of what happens around the world. Ramadan starts tomorrow. We got a lot of things that are going to be happening. And we're going to be voices and people really talking about this from a Black American perspective. We're not going to let anybody interfere or take us in another direction. Again, I mean, we like everybody, but we got to like ourselves first.
That's a
So I want
fact.
to thank everybody that has given, donated, shared, subscribed, talked up, prayed for. In fact, if y'all want to help us, what y'all can do is tweet, Instagram, put it out there. And I want to thank people tonight. I want to thank Brother Mark, and I want to thank Brother Judah, and I want to thank Sister Quiet Scales for my first moderators.
Shout out to
Um,
that. Shout
I
out
want
to that.
we will not make it without you. So thank you for paying attention to the Million Man-Hating Stud March. It won't work. I'm already telling you it's going to be a failure. And I know from the inside. And I got the name of the actor from Life, that movie with Eddie Murphy, the woman from the Million Man March. Who does she look like? Hold on, let me go back. Let me go back in and tell you. I held it up, but you know, we were doing something else. Let me get his name. Yes, a Spanish name. Come on, y'all. Somebody's paying attention. Who saw the movie Life? Here it is. His name is Miguel Nunez Jr. This is what the Million Man Woman March leader looks like, this dude here. Can you see it?
Hold on. Yeah.
She does look like him. Come on, Chef. I sent you a picture.
Oh, that's Miguel.
She does look like the dude
Miguel.
from a jail picture. She looks like this guy, Miguel A. Nunez Jr. He played the drag queen that didn't want to be free in the movie Life with Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy. Real talk. I didn't say it because I don't like someone. I said it because it's true. Chef, doesn't she look like that dude?
Absolutely. Without a
Okay.
shadow of a doubt.
I'm sorry. He may look better. And that's sad. So, yes, I said it. You look like a man and you act like a man. Okay. And your march is going to fail. And I was nice before. I let y'all mistreat me. But I'm telling you, it's the day is now to deal with traitors and sellouts, bootlicks, backstabbers, studs, pork chops, simps, vaginists, brotherfuckers. All of them have to be held accountable.
That's a
And
fact.
no, I'm not supporting your damn march because you're full of shit. You're a liar. And I don't care if you've got the Nation of Islam or other people behind you. You don't have us. And the world doesn't begin and end. They can barely get people to come to their marches. So you won't have anyone come to yours. That's my duty as a patriarch. Ladies, if you want to have a march for bringing Black people together, you can reach out to me. But if you're having a march to create confusion, witchcraft, Luciferian, anti-Christian stuff, count on me to use my little platform to trash you, to talk about you, and let everybody know your business.
That's a fact.
And I said that, okay? And she hates men. She hates her own children. She doesn't have any money. She's a user. She's a grifter. And I'm just tired. I'm not going to take this anymore. I was nice. I was going to take it. The fact that that tramp's going to station their march in the place I set up for her that she came 4 hours late for, then argue with me. And then say, nigga, you're copying my playbook. No, I'm not going to help you anymore. I'm tired of plagiarizing. Notice how all these Black women are getting busted for plagiarizing? Let me share something with you. Affirmative action and all this other stuff is over. Sisters that are not up to standard, that are not wazis, that have been passing, they're about to pull the plug. That little nasty, little Howard-eyed freaknik type party that they had at the Naval Observatory, that's the dying gasp of the crumbs that white supremacy is going to throw at Black people to trick them. They already have 20, 30 million illegals in this country. And guess whose jobs are going to take? Because they don't hire Black men. It's going to be Black women who lose jobs. All of the Black women that are Democrat and women first and Black last and had to be the enemies to Black men, well, y'all going to have a hard time. And you know what? If you didn't know me when I was kicked to the curb in the gutters a Black man, I don't know you when you get kicked in there with me.
That's a fact.
Love and power and peace. May the Lord may His face shine upon you, give you peace. Kevin Samuels rocks. We want MFM. We want freedom. We want land. We want families, abortionist, murder, and God only made two sexes, man and female, male and female. That's where we stand. I'm signing off.
No doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody for tapping in today. Again, this is On Their Next Podcast, happening with the Angry Black Men's Book Club, Pat Talk,
right.
number 14, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, it was cooked up out of the community kitchen today. I want to thank everybody for joining us as usual. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, in a system of white degeneracy, you stand for nothing, you fall for anything. My name is Chef C, and I'm out.